Hey guys, Scriptuber here with another video, and I've been a very strong proponent of the respect that Daisy Ridley has had for the fans. She has never attacked the fans. She's always said, there's criticisms, blah blah blah, whatever, and she's even been, quasi critical of the movies in her own way, like without coming out and saying it. You could see what she was really saying. Talking about how disorganized things were and how they had no plan and how she didn't even know what her lineage was until halfway shooting The Rise of Skywalker. Her reaction to the end of the movie, all the actors, right? That funny clip. So she's actually been not only respectful to the fans, but as I interpreted it as her being on the fans' side in some ways in terms of the way these films turned out. So this is really disappointing. This is really, really disappointing. She's fallen into the trap now. Maybe she was told, hey, we need you to do this. If you want to do this new movie and get $12 million, you better hop on board and start going after the patriarchy. So, anyways. Star Wars franchise Rey actor Daisy Ridley has revealed that she pays little attention to more aggressive criticisms of her character because she accepts that she cannot change the way some men look at women. Couldn't possibly have anything to do with the character. It has to do with how they see women. The sequel trilogy star offered her thoughts on the topic while speaking to Gail Golan of the French entertainment news outlet Premiere, following her being honored with the 2024 Deauville American Film Festival's New Hollywood Award, given every year to an emerging actress or actor from tomorrow's cinema. Their time together began a brief discussion regarding Ridley's decision to return to the Star Wars universe, wherein the actress admitted that she had no obligation to once more take up a lightsaber and did so solely of her own volition. I was simply asked if I wanted to do it based on the ideas without the story or even a script, explained Ridley. But if I had not been convinced by the concept, the film would not have seen the light of day. I took the time to think about it for a while, and I said to myself that I had a great time on these films. This new adventure seemed fun to me, so why say no? Well, your film isn't seeing the light of day. Stephen Knight is not writing the script. No one is writing a script right now. It's not happening. So, also, she continued, there was a strange coincidence. 2 people told me in the same week that they would love to know what Rey was doing now. I had no idea there was interest. 2 people in a week? That's not that much interest. You're the Rey character. Who are you talking to? If you were walking down the street, you're probably going to get talked to about Star Wars. I don't know. 2 people? People really like Rey. I think this new film will be exciting and will advance the franchise in an interesting way. Again, I've said all along, there's nowhere to go with her. She's too powerful. There's no villain that's going to do anything. It's a bore. And if a villain could do anything, then all the Jedi will just show up and whatever they did, go inside of her spiritually or something and make her so powerful that she just can just kill anybody. So anyways, it's boring. From there, the actress was pressed as to whether she had ever given any thought as to what Rey had gotten up to after The Rise of Skywalker, which she bluntly admitted, I didn't care until I was asked. I felt like the story wrapped up nicely, she said. So Rey's return had to be worthwhile. She said in an interview that she was asked, would you ever come back and play the role of Rey? She said, you never say never, but I think it's done. It's wrapped up in a nice little bow. I think she had had enough of it. That's the impression I got. And I really think that the money is the money. You know what I mean? Like, I really think that after getting paid somewhere around $350,000 for all 3 films, when Kathleen Kennedy says, hey, we have this idea, and we're going to pay you $12 million, I think that's more so what this has to do with than anything else, honestly. I don't think it has anything to do with anything else. There's no script. She got some pitch from Kathy. I mean, Kathy's not even supposed to be writing the script. Steven's supposed to be writing it. So what did she pitch? What idea would she have pitched? There is, like, what's the only idea they have is that, she's stealing Luke's EU arc and forming a new Jedi Order. Honestly, like, so it to me, in my opinion, it's clearly just she's doing it for the money, which I don't care. You can do it for the money, but the movie's going to get criticized and railed because Rey is not a good character. I'm also in a different position. I was 21 when I did the first one. I'm 32 now, so now I have a lot more experience on set. It's very exciting to imagine how my current life will affect the character. Following the admission from Ridley that the spotlight feels less intimidating this time around, thanks to her experience having handled press tour duties for the sequel trilogy, the actor was eventually asked by Golan, here you go, you gotta ask this question, right? You gotta ask this question, because now she's more confident on set, less intimidated. The way that some fans received Rey was very violent. That is some inflammatory language. Rey's a Mary Sue! That's violence! And then, of course, they make sure to disclaim, in this sense, the term is referring to violently negative emotions, rather than any physical actions. Violently negative emotions? No, the character sucked. Did you ever have that feeling? In turn, Ridley asserted, no. I think that certain people have expressed negativity, but I don't give it much attention. Okay, so then I'm like, oh, good, she's still doing the same thing she's always done. She's not going to attack any fans. She's just saying some people are negative, whatever. I'm not going to worry about it. That should tie a bow on it, Daisy. That's the answer right there. Whatever you feel like, that's the answer. If you want to keep a good reputation to the fans. Because it doesn't really concern me, she added, I cannot change the way some men look at women. That's unfortunately how society functions. She must have been spending a lot of time with Shinoy and Kennedy. Because she's changed now. Now she's towing the line. And then overall, I've been very well received. I've made the choice to concentrate on the positive. Some men look at women. These people are ridiculous. And you know what's funny about this? If the Rey movie was ever going to happen, it was going to be poorly received. I'm sorry, that's just a fact. Because her character's terrible and there's nowhere to go and nobody wants to see that. The only people that would maybe watch it are Reylos if Kylo's in it and they're you know, getting together or whatever. So this movie was hard pressed to probably ever get made and or make any money. And she's going the same road as so many other women in Hollywood lately. Rachel Zegler. Let's go after men and white men. Okay, Rachel, guess what? Your movie's flopping. Right? That's what's going to happen. We've seen this with so many things. We've seen this with the High Republic when one of the main people involved with that came out and said, this isn't for white men. Okay, well, I guess we don't want it then. And then the High Republic book sales plummet to 10% of their former glory. And The Acolyte, set in that era, is the worst rated Star Wars show ever. Daisy was the one person I thought that, even if she felt this way or was being influenced by these people, she was smart enough to keep saying the right things. And like I said, this is where this needed to end. That's it. That's your answer. Whatever you think, even if you think like Kathleen Kennedy and all these dummies, and Amandla Stenberg, even if you think like them, that's the answer. That's what you say. Just from a business perspective, right? If you want this movie to make money, if you want to get a percentage on the back end, or whatever they might give you, this is the answer. But I really thought she actually felt that, I'm not going to attack fans, and, it's okay if some people didn't like it, because that's what she was saying, and I believed her. But she couldn't help herself. So they're just burying this movie even more. You're not allowed to say a female character sucks, or a female director sucks, or did a bad job. You're not allowed to do it even in the context of objective criticisms, because you're a man, and that makes you have violently negative emotions because you don't like the character. All that to say, the Clone Wars had Ahsoka, who made them a pile of money, and lots of boys and men liked her. Everybody liked Leia. Right? Nobody had a problem with Leia. We've never had a problem with women. Urso in Rogue One, I've never heard any dude ever say, oh, what a crappy character. But they wrote her pretty well. She's not really a Mary Sue. She's just a fairly well-written character. So are all the other ones. So it's bizarre to me that they keep going down this road. It's almost like they know it's going to bomb, so they're like preemptively blaming the men. I guess she didn't say white men, so that's good. She could have taken it to the farthest extreme that they like to go. So anyways, guys, that's really disappointing. I made videos about Daisy Ridley and giving her props for being super chill and not blaming fans and not, getting emotional about it, just accepting that, hey, sometimes movies suck and sometimes writers suck. And again, the way that she was reacting in interviews to what was going on with her character and everything, and it just seemed like she knew that, like, they screwed it all up and whatever, it's not my fault, I'm just the actor. And I was like, exactly, it's not your fault, you're just the actor. But no, it looks like she's caving to the victimhood mentality. It's all men's fault, and they just don't like me because I'm a woman. And again, that's just so stupid. The movies were directed by men, and they did a shite job. They were written and directed by men, and they did a crappy job. So if you want to look at men that are creating a problem for you, look at the guys who were directing you. Anyways, guys, let me know in the comment section what you think. Are you disappointed as I am? Are you surprised? Did you kind of see this coming? And is this just going to further bomb this movie? Let me know in the comment section. If you like this content, please subscribe. Always helps the channel. Feel free to check out anything else on my channel. Have yourselves a really good day.